We're here in Freiburg's tiny stadium, now set to see another season of Bundesliga action, with a very special personality on the sidelines. Christian Streich, who's managed the club for the past 3 years. The Freiburg coach is famous for his emotional behavior. He never tires of saying how happy he is to be working with his team. The only problem is that year after year, his best players get snapped up by the big clubs. Mr. Streich, is there a way out of this vicious cycle of bringing up new players and losing your best ones?
Of course there is. We just have to play such good football that we get into an economic position that allows us to hang on to our players. Last year we lost a lot of players, and a lot of the current ones are attracting attention because they've developed so well. But we'll be hanging on to more of them. That's a positive development. And why shouldn't we succeed? We work with young players, and all the other clubs know that. And players with serious advisors are being told to go to Freiburg. If their advisors are just interested in making a quick buck, they won't tell them to go to Freiburg. But if they're clever, they'll tell them to come here, because afterward the value of the players will increase.
You and your young team have managed to stay the course despite departures. That's partly because you push your players hard every week, as you say yourself. What do you demand from them?
I want them to focus on their job and to be able to take criticism. I mean, positive criticism. That they have to be able to take that on board and learn, and not think they've already achieved everything. They have to be constantly willing to improve. We have players on our squad, like Pavel Kremaš, who have developed enormously in the past year. Pavel is 33, I think, and when you have players like him, with such incredible openness and a willingness to take criticism, then what better role model can you have? He doesn't blame mistakes on the younger players, he just takes responsibility and keeps trying to improve himself. And then Julian Schuster and all the others, Gelson Fernandez. I'm talking about the older players who have more experience. When someone like Fernandez, who's played for 6 different teams, says he's never seen anything like the meticulous work we do with the young players, well, in that respect, we belong to the elite in Germany, little as I like that word.
Is it true that you want your players to not focus only on football, but to have other interests too?
You can't influence that. Some people get a lot out of football, while others get their energy from other things. Those are individual differences. But there are players who play football all the time on their PlayStations because they love it. Or maybe they throw a basketball around a bit, and they get a lot of energy from it. That's up to them. I'm not the person to say, read a book or do this or that. It's a matter of individual freedom. But one person will get one thing from that freedom, another from something different. So we give them their freedom, but we also want to see them developing professionally and personally. We demand that of them, but it also goes for us, no matter how old we are.
Where do you get it from?
From the players, for example. I get to work with these young people who are all so different as individuals. And I get it from a lot of different things, but mainly football, because I do spend a lot of time with it.
You work intensively with football every day. Don't you sometimes wish you had more time for other things?
If the day had 36 hours, I might get around to other things.
Then there'd be fewer days.
Let's say 7 36-hour days, but then we do a little more here and a little more there, and the hours would be gone. Now that the season's ending, we have a couple of weeks to take care of other things. But it's a privilege to be able to do that.
Finally, I'd like to ask, where are you headed with Freiburg? What's your goal, not just in terms of the league, but in terms of development?
The best possible football for the spectators, so they'll continue to enjoy it. Continuity, and that the fans keep coming to see these great young players and great matches. Great matches. That's basically the most important thing for me.
Tolle Spiele. Das ist eigentlich das, was mir am wichtigsten ist.